when I was 16, and I just had my baby. He's about 3.5 weeks old. My mama come home that day just kind of out of nowhere, and walked into my bedroom when I was feeding the baby and told me I had to leave. I didn't know what she meant at first. And I said, huh? She said, you heard what I said. Y'all need to leave. Talking to me and my baby, who's 25 now. I didn't argue with her because I knew how to recognize when she was in the midst of something versus just being mean and hateful. And I knew what was going on, so I didn't argue back. I just got up. She wouldn't let me take any things with me because those were the things that she bought me. And I wasn't allowed to leave with it, including my baby's car seat. You know, back then there wasn't cell phones, so I had to walk about a quarter mile, maybe a mile, up the road to the neighbor's house to ask if I could use their phone. I called the only person I knew that would probably come running, and that was my baby's grandmother, you know, his dad's mom. And I called her, and she didn't even hesitate. She got in her car all the way from Biloxi, Mississippi, and came and picked us up. I cried on the way there, and then I woke up the next morning and I had this feeling of relief, like this big relief that I didn't have to deal with that any longer. I didn't have to listen to like the mental abuse anymore, and I certainly didn't have to deal with the physical part of it. I didn't see it in the moment that it was a blessing, and it was the good Lord removing me out of somewhere that I no longer needed to be in. I felt better when I woke up that morning. I was still scared. I didn't know what I was going to do or what was going to happen to me. I was still young. Even though I was a mother myself, I was still young. And I still had a lot of growing and a lot of learning to do. You know, I hadn't even babysat before when I got pregnant. Maybe one time, but it was toddlers. It wasn't babies. But somehow, some way, I knew exactly what to do when I had that baby. It was like instantly. But I spent the next couple of years working, trying to save money, taking care of my baby, doing the best I could. You know, made plenty of mistakes, but I never went back. And it was a blessing for me. I don't know what your circumstances are, my darling, but I can tell you this, you are going to be all right. That I can promise you. We're built for hardships. It's how we overcome them is what's our story, you know?